What up, man? Peace. It is, once again, the Lord with the Sword, Sir John Legion. I'm here with E-Man. We are here to discuss the Miles Morales gameplay demo. Just wanted to bring you guys our thoughts and opinions on another game that's set to release, this one specifically for the PS5. I know it's their featured game. I know that. So I think that's
come out. So it's coming out this year then.
This year.
PS5's coming out this year.
Right. Okay. So 2020. All right. Yeah. So that will be a 2020 game.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Thank you. All right. So, as someone who has not played the game yet, or played the Spider-Man PS4, I have it. I just haven't delved into it. I other than what I've already researched on the game on different gaming sites, I only have so much to expect, or my expectations aren't that high. But E-Man has, and I think you did stress that you will be buying this game.
I will be playing this game. I don't know when I'm going to exactly get it, though. I don't know if I'm going to get it when it first comes out, but I do know I'm going to get this game to play it because I did like the first one.
Okay, but regardless of that, we've watched the gameplay demo. Go ahead and tell us your thoughts on it.
From just seeing this whole trailer, it's good. I have to take into consideration that this is a reskin of the first game. In my mind, when I first heard about it, I thought it was going to be like a whole new game, and that they're just it's going to be Spider-Man 2 in a way.
Right.
But this isn't that. It's a reskin of the first game. It's basically just them putting the first game some more DLC that's like
it's
another story.
I mean, I kind of took this as a spin-off.
Kind of in a way,
that's kind of how they're selling it.
Kind of like that. It's a DLC, kind of in a way. So it's just like you're adding extra into the game. Kind of like Assassin's Creed Black Flag. They have the black assassin on there that you can play as.
Right.
He's like liberating slaves. He has his own little storyline on there.
Right.
Kind of like that in a way. And watching this, I don't like it. I don't exactly feel the rush that I got from the first game. I know people that have played Spider-Man PS4, how smooth and how like responsive he is when it comes to his attacks. And Miles is just like that. And I can notice that in the gameplay and in the fighting whenever they show him, the little gameplay of the fighting they do show in this video, that, he moves very fluid and he moves very nice to, react to whatever button you're clicking to make him do whatever move. But it's too much. It's like they tried to fit too many Spider-Man moves into one section. Like, literally, this scene right here is going to show all of that.
You remember when we first watched it? When we were watching the gameplay footage, and in particular this moment right here, we both kind of acknowledged that there was a lot going on, and I said that I was having trouble
keeping up with him.
He was going in and out of my line of sight because there was just like so many things happening on screen. I kept losing Miles on the screen, and I was like, this was kind of for me, somebody that's a novice, this would be kind of confusing. So
yeah, and then it doesn't help that it's the nighttime scene, so he's in a black suit
right
during nighttime, so you really can't see what he looks like. But I mean, like it's not like a problem.
I guess if you're familiar with the controls, you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's muscle memory with the controls. Like, literally, you're just pressing, like, what triangle, square, circle, dodge a couple times, and, you're hitting your opponent. You're going to hit somebody. Like,
right.
He's going to jump over to whoever he needs to go fight, But the whole point is that I can't, literally, it's so much going on at the screen that I'm literally having to, like, rub my eyes to watch him because everything is exploding and he's got so many lightning attacks and he's jumping in the air and making lightning shoot from the ground. I'm like, all right, I know that the whole thing is that he has like 2 more powers different from the regular Spider-Man, like that little electricity kind of pulse thing he has.
Yeah. I don't even think they've really delved into detail about the move set. Like, I'm pretty sure they would be. It's going to be somewhat modified from how you can control Peter Parker in the PS4 game, but
I'm noticing a few things when he jumps into the air that it's kind of like that. Like, you can do that, but it's not as like fluid, I guess, for the original one. In a way, I think they took into the aspect that this is a smaller Spider-Man, so he moves a little bit more, lanky. He's a little bit more fluid with his movements, which I do like, in that way.
Make it distinct that way.
Yeah, that he's distinct in that, this Miles is different from Peter, that he can move a little bit more fluid through the air because he's smaller and you're not too much holding him back from moving around.
Okay.
But it is a lot going on. Like that scene right there when he jumped in the air, I didn't even know that was him when he jumped in the air. I thought it was the other guy because there's so much going on the screen that I'm just like, oh, okay, we're hitting this good. Oh, and we're over there now, and we got lightning over here. No, it's a lot.
Now, I'm wondering, is it just me, or does the camera angle seem is the camera just seems angled during combat like a little differently than it did for the PS4? I feel like it's a lot more.
He's smaller,
zoomed in.
That's what I'm
then
thinking.
Maybe that's what's throwing me off. And I'm not talking about the cutscene, but I mean like right before when you're battling the henchmen, it just seemed like it was a little bit more zoomed in, and maybe that's why.
I feel like they did it because he's smaller, because he's a smaller guy, and it just seemed better in that aspect that he needs to be closer, I guess, so you can see him.
I guess maybe that's what they're
flying around the
right.
battlefield anyway, so you might as well be able to be closer to him, so you can kind of follow this. I do not like how they're rehashing every single big Spider-Man scene with this whole "I'm gonna hold the bridge by myself" type scene.
It's just cliche, man. It's Spider-Man. I mean, look, it's cliche. You know you're getting it at this point. We know when you make a Spider-Man video game. I'm honestly, that doesn't really bother me because, like I said, that's somewhat of a given.
But it's a new Spider-Man. We shouldn't have to do the same things the old Spider-Man does, or every iteration of Peter Parker always does this one scene. It should be Miles has his own thing.
Well, don't put him in New York, man. Don't have him in New York. I'm sorry. They're in New York. There are bridges. There are buildings. He's got to hold shit together, man. That's how. Hey, that's part of the Spider-Man brand. I mean, look. Now, don't get me wrong. It looks great every time I see it, but it's just overdone. That's all.
It's definitely a cliche of all sorts in the Spider-Man world that he has to do this kind of big scene where he holds somebody's bridge or.
But that's New York, though. That's New York.
I guess. It's a good start, but I think what they could have done to make this more interesting and more exciting is just maybe show us something new that the old Spider-Man couldn't do. You know, like I guess the lightning thing is what makes him kind of different, but that's all they showed me, or him turning invisible for like a few seconds.
That may be coming. There may be another video that gets released before they actually release the game. Up until now, I think we may get one more gameplay video, maybe. Okay. Maybe. I mean, granted, this is the demo, but I mean, I don't have a PS5, so I don't have a whole lot of interest in buying this game. Although, if you end up getting it, I'll definitely play it.
It's going to be on PS4. It's going to be on
PS4. Okay, but other than that, I do like the cutscenes. I like the fact that we are seeing Miles in what isn't. I mean, canon wise, it's not his actual hometown of Harlem, but I do like the little interactive scene of him walking through downtown Harlem. You know, as far as the graphics and visuals, the visuals look great, just like they did for the PS4 game.
Yeah, that's stayed true throughout. That I've noticed that they did keep the visual graphic wise up par. Like
absolutely,
that's a high point of the trailer for me. But I think the fighting design, they could have probably maybe done something different, or at least showed me something different besides just adding his two known abilities we already know we're gonna have, but maybe make it not so grand, I guess, in a way. Like I don't need lightning in every single hit he does. Just every single time. He could have a normal combo.
So that's what was happening. Okay.
Yeah, it's just lightning shooting all over the place. That's why it's so overbearing with the sight. Because it's just, oh my gosh, why is there so much lightning all over the place? And I think that's what they were trying to go with the whole, he's smaller, he's got this new power that, Peter doesn't have. He's got these new enemies that got new designs, so let's make them all slick and make all the combat all explosive and really, bang out there to your face and make people want to grasp onto it. I get the whole approach for it.
Dealing with Tinker, that's going to be their weapon of choice. I guess is to just shock the hell out of them. I'm assuming. Okay, which and that does delve into the. Apparently, they're working for Roxxon, I believe so. But I mean, we'll dig into what the actual arc of the story is. I mean, we know obviously his mom is going to be involved. I don't know if his father will be involved. I don't know if he'll be.
His dad is probably not going to be in there just because of the first game. His stepdad, which I think as his stepdad died, I think his dad is already out of the picture. If he's not in there at all.
Overall, I mean, it is a game that me personally, I'm more excited for DC Gotham Knights, but this is definitely a game that I'll definitely have my eye on, and you will too. So
I'm definitely hoping that they either show me something that's going to really make this game pop out to me, or because I'm still going to play it just because it's the Spider-Man game and I really enjoyed the first one, so I know that this DLC add-on is going to look, you know, just as fun or just as nice. I hope the story is interesting, you know, but I am just hoping that they do show something that can at least make the game, you know, different from its counterpart. You know, it's got to hold up to a big standard because
I know because the first one was so successful,
good.
right?
So it's going to take a lot for them to even match the caliber they were at with that first one. Right. So they have to show something new or do something different, or at least, you know, they don't have to be so explosive. You know, I don't think they have to do that to make a good Spider-Man game or a good Miles Morales game in general. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's definitely something to keep our eye on. Thanks for viewing this video. By the way, for those of you that viewed it, give us your ideas or give us your thoughts and comments on the video down in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what other video game trailers or gameplay videos you'd like us to watch and review and do videos on. Once again, this is Sir John Legion with E-Man, 2/4 of the dopest podcast ever to respond from the Queen City, the Queen City Psychos. Thank you for viewing this video, and we're out.
QCP. QCP.